Hey, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the Brown Gent. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the biggest opportunity right ahead of us on the C network. Now, the C chain or the C network hasn't really done that well lately, but I truly think that can change with Yaka Finance, especially since many people, if you've been following this channel, you should have earned 3,000 SEI tokens if you followed my airdrop guide back in December. Now, if you didn't do that or you missed out, for example, you just found out about my channel, don't worry. I'm going to make sure that you earn it this time around. But to make sure you do that, the first thing I want you to do is go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Help me get to 11K subscribers. At the same time, make sure you follow me on the bank. I'll be doing giveaways here, but at the same time, you can find out exactly what's going on. If you came in earlier, you'd see here that I was buying, or well, it looks like I was selling some Caspa, but in fact, I was switching it to another wallet. So definitely check me out on Bank. It gives you a lot of intel as well as on Twitter, so you can hear about the latest updates. Now, if you want more than that, if you want extra coaching, guidance, and support, there's tons of private groups out there. I've seen them. I've gotten tons of screenshots. Some people are getting like the raw end of the stick. Some people are being told to short the market and sell everything right before the pumps. We don't mess around with that. It's all about being rational. We actually show you how to earn money. In fact, very soon, I'm going to incentivize the people inside the group to start sharing exactly what they're doing so people outside can know exactly what's going on. It's not like the other groups you see. You actually earn your money, you earn your airdrops, and you learn what you're going to need to do. So if you're interested, links to that are all in the description below. Now, you're here today because we're focused on the Great Voyage, and that is the Yaka Finance 1 month campaign. They just launched their mainnet. Many of you have probably been playing around in their testnet. We're going to find out the results of that at a later time. Some of that will also provide you a bit of an airdrop at the TGE. But for the next month, you have another opportunity to earn a more substantial amount. Now, the first step is to figure out how we get started. So you probably heard that the C network now is sort of EVM compatible, so you can use it on Rabby Wallet. But let me just tell you, I have been in the Discord for Yaka Finance. This whole process is just going to be so much more simpler if you stick to the traditional methods and sort of keep it away from your Rabby wallet and instead get what I like, which is called the Compass wallet. It's the one I've been using for the SEI network for quite some time. Now, if you don't feel comfortable, you want to stay on Rabby, so be it. But don't say I didn't warn you. Now, if you're wondering where to get the SEI token, well, you can get the SEI token on many of your favorite exchanges, send it to your SEI address, or you can go on to a centralized or a decentralized exchange like Osmosis, and you can swap for the SEI token right here, and then once again, send it to the address that you want. Now that we've gotten all the backup stuff out of the way, let's dive in deeper into Yaka Finance directly. And lucky for us, they put together a guide, and I'm going to walk you through what to do and sort of what I have been doing. So this started yesterday at noon UTC. It will last 1 month. You can get up to 8,000 points. Each point is worth 1 Yaka token, and there are 3 types of activities. The first is Zeely social quests. Now, these are the sort of the easiest things to do. If you do this, you will equally share 1.6 million points with those who did it. To do that, link in the description below. You just go in here and you do the 3 sprints. The first sprint is involving the Yaka Finance team. So you follow them on Discord, you follow them on Twitter, you provide your SEI address. That makes sure you get the points. Then you go in and you do the Yaka Partners one, which is much the same thing. I was just going in and sort of following people on Twitter, joining their Discords. I mean, once you're done that, they're not going to check again, so you can leave it if you feel like. That's sort of what I do. That being said, I am in the Yaka Finance Discord and Twitter. And yeah, so that is very simple. Keep this sort of top of mind in case they add additional quests, because remember, if you do all those social quests, you'll get the equivalent amount as somebody else. You don't want to sort of miss out and not get your equal share. The next is swap based, which I'm not too fussed about because you only get 800,000 points from this. So this is not worth that much. And in fact, as you guys know, I'm not really about sitting there and burning fees. Now, what you can do if you've got a ton of SEI token is you can literally go and swap back and forth, because if you're using Compass Wallet, you're not really farming anything else. And I don't see anything from the team yet that they're going to punish people who almost like wash trade, right? So trading SEI token for ISEI or, backwards and whatever. And the network fees are very cheap. If you're doing it, just make sure that the price impact is minimal. You want to make sure the dollar figure is around the same. And I'll show you exactly what that looks like in a second. The final one, and the one that I do think is important, is liquidity-based points. Now, what that means is you're providing a liquidity pool, so you should get used to this by now. Like we know for Linnea and Scroll, we're putting in our ETH, we're putting in our USDC. If you use Ambient to earn those session marks for Scroll, you would have done something very similar. Well, in this case, you're going to find a pool. There are two pools I'm going to recommend. I will show you that in a second as well. So the first thing I do recommend, especially if you're early, is trying to get the boosts that come with holding the partner NFT and the Yaka NFT. So I own two Yaka NFTs, one on my EVM wallet, one that is sitting there on my Compass wallet, and I want to buy a partner wallet. So to do that, you have to go to Pallet Exchange. I've linked that in the descriptions below. If you go to Yaka Voyager, and by the way, I suspect that as people learn about this, the floor price on this NFT will go up. So at $400 or 990 SEI token, not a bad deal. You can see that the order book actually will start, getting a little hefty. It's very thin down here. So something you can actually do is go in here and purchase these NFTs. In fact, if I go over here, let's just check this out. You know what? I'm just going to buy this right now because it's a good deal. And what's going on? Sorry. Just give me a second. We're gonna do this live just to show you how serious I am about this stuff. So we'll go here and we'll buy it. Wait, what? 1,000? Oh, this stupidness. I don't have enough SEI token right now because I had deposited in the thing. Well, guys, if you have the SEI token, my recommendation is this is a really good deal. I would 100% grab this right now if you could. If you don't, you're going to pay another $50, $60 on top of it. And we've seen this in other airdrop campaigns where the price of this does tend to go up over time, especially as people start learning about this airdrop campaign. Remember, guys, it only came out a day ago. I strongly suspect that this will go up. On top of this, the Yaka Finance NFTs also unlock, I believe there's some sort of token allocation associated with them as well. I don't remember exactly what the nuances are of that offhand. That being said, I promise you, by the end of this video, because I will go on my other wallet and I'll buy this if it's still there. So I promise you, if 1347 is still sitting at 990, it won't be when the video is done because I will buy it. Okay, going back there, that is the Yaka Voyager NFT. I don't think it's worthwhile getting the 5 NFTs. I mean, you could if you want to spec, but what you could do is get a one partner NFT and a Yaka Voyager NFT. And what I did was I took a look at the list of the various NFTs that exist, and let's just go by it one by one. So We Bump was like 700, say $300. Job was 269. No thank you. Colony 274. Say the Farmers 160, and then Red Milio Red Milio was sitting there. Where is it? Um, there's the Red Milio. This one. Yeah. So here, Red Milio, 35 say. Now, for me, that's a way better deal because who cares? It's a throwaway NFT. All of these other NFTs don't look very good, and I don't think there's anything to be special to be excited about. I actually had thought the Saiyans NFT would be the one that would be a partner. In fact, this is one that I actually bought one before of because I think it's so cool. It's very nostalgic of Dragon Ball Z. Everyone looks like a Super Saiyan or a Super Saiyan Blue or whatever. While we wait for that to load, I'll just keep talking. So if you get a partner NFT like Red Milio and you get a Yaka Voyager NFT, then you get a 1.375x boost, which is 37.5% more points earned, right? Now, obviously, if you want to add 4 more Yaka Voyager NFTs to it, so be it. I don't think that's necessary, okay? Now, the next thing you want to do is provide liquidity for over $100 worth in the I-Say or /Say or Say pools. And basically, they recommend you provide more than 100 to account for price volatility. And it will also get you a 1.2x boost multiplier for deposits in corresponding pools. So what I did, and I want to show you this in a second, is I went over to Yaka Finance. The first thing I did is I went to the swap. And in the swap, I converted Say to I-Say, right? So I-Say is basically just like a derivative of it. You can notice here, there is literal like price impact 0.256. So if I put in, like, say, $10,000, I would be burning $65 to get $4,000 worth of volume. This is why I don't think it's worthwhile, right? Whereas if you were doing like 10 say for 9.7 I say, you're getting the equivalent amount. So make sure you're looking at that because the gas fees are very cheap. So if we think back to just that first piece on swap based points, I would not be sitting there burning fees trying to earn that point system unless the price impact is minimal. And by the way, just quickly, I want to show you guys since it's loaded. You can see here, like, it really looks like Dragon Ball Z, right? Like, this looks like a really cool NFT. I want this one, but maybe I'll buy it later. Not right now. So once you've done that, and let's say you want to put in some tokens in here, basically, like, I like to put they want at least $100 in that pool, so you can basically go and put in like 150 each. So 150 say is 146 I say. Once you swap it, you go to earn liquidity. You can go to stable and volatile. I did both. And once you do that, you can just add liquidity. You add in the amount of I say. In this case, you put 100%. It will find the matching amount in say, and then you add the liquidity. You can do the same thing for the volatile. And once you've done that, you go back to earn and you look at pools and you can see what you have. So over here, I put in $242 in I say volatile and $406 into I say stable. Okay. You could also go into the same thing for say and say. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter which ones you use. The reason I chose that, right? Because if you look back at their where was this? They mentioned something over here. So they said say and say pools, which was a little contradictory because they said only pools containing WETH, USDC, USDT, I say and say will be considered for weight calculation. I wanted these two because these have the least impermanent loss, right? So you have say, I say, it's a sort of a ratio of it. It's just like ETH and WETH if you're thinking about Wrapped, or ETH and EETH if you're thinking about EtherFi's Ethereum or whatever. So that's why I specifically picked this pool. You don't need to do all of them. So I hope that makes sense. Remember, guys, we want to do it smart. We don't need to do this and try to do everything. So then once you've done that, now all you got to do is let it run. You got your NFTs. They sit in your wallet. You don't need to hard stake. That's what's called soft staking. So you also earn bonus points just for having the NFT in your wallet. And I'm just going to check that wallet address. The one thing I don't like about the SEI network is sometimes it's very slow and things don't pop up. Wow. Oh, oops. I should put my SEI address in here and not my OX. Let's check that out. What? Yeah. See, like it's so slow at showing some of these things. And then if you look at campaign, you can also see, and that'll update later, but every single day it updates with a sort of 13 hours, 4 minutes. I got the 37.5% NFT boost, which is because I have the Remilio and the Yaka Finance NFT. And then going back here, I provided liquidity. I've done swaps. So here we go. So it'll just be earning points. Now there's always gonna be some jackass over here who just wants to like blast off. These are the people who are overcompensating for something. And this person's already got 119,000 points in literally like one full day, which tells you they've got 5 Yaka Finance NFTs. They've probably got the partner NFT, so that's 65% on top of it. And they probably just a ton of swaps and providing a ton of liquidity. Once again, they're just trying to like farm this to hell. But what I want you to take away is, especially with protocols like this is not the mitosis. This is not a scroll. This is not a linea, in the sense that not everyone is going to be doing it. Not every influencer is going to be talking about it. So there's your opportunity. And because the SEI network is definitely a little different, it adds a ton of friction. So if you do do this and you don't go nuts, you don't have to put that much in, you should find a decent reward. As you can see here, with a couple $100, like I put in $600 for deposit so far, and like $300 for an NFT, $350 for an NFT total, like with the two. I'm ranked 52. So it's going to be underfarmed. So you have a massive opportunity to take advantage of this. And Yaka Finance should be huge in the SEI ecosystem. So guys, I hope you found this video very helpful. If you did, it would mean a lot to me if you went up and smash the subscribe button, turn on your notifications, right? Like follow this over here. Follow me on all socials, the bank, as well as Twitter. And until next time, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.